Unfortunately, I think you can move on from that day.
Yeah, there was nothing interesting. There was nothing interesting in there. And on February 8th, 1986, Oprah Winfrey becomes the first African-American woman to host a nationally syndicated talk show.
Shout out to Oprah.
Absolutely.
Now owns.
I want Oprah money.
Half of Africa, something like that.
Something.
3/4?
No.
Oh, she doesn't. Oh.
I don't know. I'm not.
All right.
And that same day in 1978, Leon Spinks defeated Muhammad Ali. My man took that out.
He was not floating like a butterfly that day. He was sinking like a ship.
He was hovering like a moth.
Not at all. Oh, man.
I actually have a Black history fact.
Okay.
Sarah Rector. By the age of 10, she became the richest Black child in America.
Tight.
She received a land grant from the Creek Nation as a part of reparations. Soon after, oil was discovered on her property.
Right on.
By 1912, the revenue from this oil was $371,000 per year. That's roughly $6.5 million as it is today.
Damn, you go, girl.
Despite various attempts to steal her land and fortune, Sarah resisted. She went on to attend Tuskegee University and eventually settled in Kansas City, Missouri, where her mansion still stands.
I love it.
And the richest Black person in America in the 1900s. Well, the 1800s. 18th century.
I'm sure that carries over into the 1900s.
19th century?
1800s?
No, 1912. That would be the 19th century.
1912?
No, that would be
That's the 18th century.
So I was right when I said the 18th century.
Yes.
Okay. Well, no.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
Good evening, Baltimore. This is Tracie Jiggetts, and you are now tuned in to Gangsta Goddess Radio on BeExposedRadio.com. You can check us out on YouTube, or you can log on to BeExposedRadio.com and take a listen. I am here today on the first show for the Gangsta Goddess. I am so excited. I hope you all can feel it. So who am I? I am the mother of truth. I am Baltimore's own magical Negro, the unicorn, Gangsta Goddess, and I am here to spread love, to spread light. I am here because I love myself, and my self-love has now spilled over because I love my people, and I am here representing Black women, all things Black woman, Black womanist. That is what we're here to do today. So I'm excited to bring one of my favorite Black women. She is here in the studio live and in full effect. Her name is Sequoia Willis. Sequoia, say what's up.
Hi, everyone out there. I am Sequoia Willis. I am a Black woman.
Yes.
I am happy that Tracie has invited me out on her very first show. Excited about getting into some topics about Black women.
Yes. So people ask me, what is a Gangsta Goddess? And I feel like I have to share a little bit of how the name came to me. I'm blessed to be surrounded by so many amazing women, period. But I feel a call, and the Spirit has led me to address the joys, the pains, the everything that Black women deal with on the daily, because I really don't feel like there's a media outlet specifically for us to hold us when we're sad and to celebrate with us when we're happy. So that's what I'm here to do. Black women often duplicated. I mean, you can go to the Urban Outfitters website and they selling do-rags and calling them something other than what they have been for many, many years. So people take our style, and it is on the fashion runways, it is in magazines, it is everywhere, but we never get the credit for it. We never get the props so they say, for the things that we do and that we put out. They've been watching us for many, 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 many years. And if I am truthful, it is the Black women that raised this nation. It is the Black women on the backs of the Black women, sucking on the tits of the Black women, why everyone is here today. So I am just excited to share a little insight to the mind of the Black woman. So Sequoia, tell us what Gangsta Goddess means to you.
When I first heard that name, it made me think of power. It made me just feel that I think that this is going to be an outlet for support, to be able to be open, and for us to just appreciate who we are and stop hiding and covering things up. Even though, like you said, a lot of things have been taken from us and renamed and put a cut on it. But just Gangsta Goddess is being true to our original self.
And do you feel that Black women, because I chose the name Gangsta and Goddess, because I feel like Black women have a certain edge. And no matter where you're raised, you have to have tough skin. Because even we have those who are in your urban communities, but you have people who are in the workforce and who have worked all their life, but they still get faced with that you are a Black woman. So that puts you in a special box. So I feel like women have to have that gangster edge. Do you feel like that's true?
Absolutely. Some may not want to call it gangster, but it's where I come from. I believe so. You need that assertiveness, that certain tone, that certain strength in your voice sometimes, as a Black woman, to get what you need said and heard. I know that we've all heard about that women, especially African American women, we make less money doing the same job that many do.
Say that.
So sometimes you got to bring that gangster and goddess out of you to get the things that you need.
Exactly. So that gangster side, but that goddess side to me represents the beauty, the diamond in the rough, and sometimes not in the rough, because I'm meeting women every day who are in direct contact with their spiritual side, with their goddess side, and they walk with a certain air about them because they already know that I come from greatness. So it is that balance that we have to find every day. So this show is about that balance. So I don't want you to think that you're going to be listening to, oh Lord, woe is me, we's all sad massa. It is not that type of vibe. It is the we are overcomers, we have beauty, we have things to say, we have opinions, and we are here. And that's what this show is about. We are here. So I hope you all are excited about this journey. Every week we will bring guests to you that have powerful insight on that Gangsta Goddess experience. So I'm just excited about this ride, and I am thankful to BeExposedRadio.com for having us. I am thankful to Sequoia Willis for being here. And we're gonna get into some juicy topics and talk, but please feel free to chime in and be a part of this wonderful conversation, this Gangsta Goddess, this Black womanness, this all things beauty and regal, but with that edge, that Baltimore thing. What you know about Baltimore? So I thank you all. And again, we are streaming live. We are on YouTube. You can find us. You can call in and talk to us. You may have a question for myself or Sequoia. You can call 410-702-5657. Log on to BeExposedRadio.com. And if you don't want me to hear your voice, if you want to be incognito or whatever, you can text at 443-642-9400. Again, this is Gangsta Goddess Radio with your girl, Tracie Jiggetts on BeExposedRadio.com.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
Do you have troubled skin, acne? With Proactive, you can heal your acne and help prevent new breakouts. Right now, in this radio area, we're looking for just 50 people with moderate acne to demonstrate exactly how fast Proactive works. The first 50 callers who qualify can try Proactive risk-free for 60 days.
Call 800-388-7152, 800-388-7152, 800-388-7152.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com, the station with all the hits in the Talk Lately show weeknights at 7 p.m.
I just need you to take a listen to this. Monty, the executive producer around here, and the host of the Talk Lately show with Monty, goes off. Check this out.
Who's trying me in here?
We took it. We shipped it for parts.
Why? Who took the air conditioner out? Who is the boss around this bitch? I don't understand. Because I never told anybody to take this. And where is it?
You something, Bill.
To be honest with you, it ain't been in here. It wasn't even in here Tuesday.
Oh, snap. You got jacked a week ago, son.
Where is it?
They straight up.
Seriously, where's Nate?
Oh, snap.
I don't check.
All right.
Seriously, where's Nate? Don't touch this door again. Where's Nate? Nate? Nathan Steven.
Oh.
Oh, my God.
Is that his name? They found it.
I'm on the air. Can I get my situation together? I'm running a business around this bitch.
It's in that closet.
See? Just check the show out every Tuesday at 7 p.m. right here on BeExposedRadio.com.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
And we are back. Welcome to Gangsta Goddess Radio with Tracie Jiggetts on BeExposedRadio.com. Again, feel free to call in at 410-702-5657, or you can text us at 443-642-9403. So what I wanted to do, where I wanted to start, the big topic right now is my girl Zoe, and she is out here, and she has a movie that is to be released entitled Nina, and she is playing Nina Simone. And we have a lot of people, Facebook and Twitter, they are all aflutter. Oh my goodness, where did she come from? Why her out of all the people? So I want to have a discussion with Sequoia about not only the reaction, but why it is important for Nina's story to be out. And I know me personally, I am one of Nina's biggest fans. And when I first discovered her music, I was like, who is this woman? And she was so strong and so powerful. And I heard Sinner Man, and I heard Four Women, and I heard Sea Lion Woman, and all these things. And I was like, oh my goodness, I felt like someone understood me. I felt like that Black woman experience. I was sharing that with someone. And even though she was no longer here, I still felt her presence over me. And I speak her name often. So I think that the first thing we have to realize is that a lot of women, particularly Black women, have a connection to her. And they feel like they know her. They feel like she is one of theirs. And it's just like one of your homegirls. When somebody doing them wrong, you like, no, not her. She wouldn't even like that. She don't even know. She don't even eat her burgers like that. And you just want to be on it. So I feel like a lot of the controversy comes from people feeling like Nina speaks their story and they see something wrong with that. So Sequoia, I'm going to ask you, when you first heard about the controversy, how it made you feel, and let's talk about it.
Well, when I first heard that Zoe was going to play the role, I didn't feel any kind of way at all. People in my household have begun to say, you know, she's not the right person. They could have casted someone that definitely looked more like Nina. However, this weekend I was able to see some clips from the movie, and the makeup is bad. It's really, really bad. You know, Zoe is a great actress, but I think that the makeup, it's blackface.
Yeah,
It's really tasteless. I don't think that it's right. Whoever casted her, I don't know if you know if it's some favors that she did, or you know sometimes it's who you know to get what you want. But no, the makeup job was absolutely horrible. So my opinion, maybe if the makeup artists would have stepped their game up a little bit better, I wouldn't feel that Zoe did not deserve to have that part.
I agree wholeheartedly. My thing was, and everybody was, I heard both sides. So I had people, black women saying, well, that's colorism and you all are wrong for feeling that way. And she got the job because she's an actress. And then you had this side that was like, well, no, everything is wrong about this. Where did they get her from? Where is Lauryn Hill? Where's Mary J. Blige? Where's all these other women who can portray this role? And it comes down to me, when I saw the clip, just being completely shocked that this is Hollywood in 2015, 16, and this makeup job looks like my niece did it. And I think that's the big problem. Like, it was almost as if I could take a piece of paper towel and wipe it down. And I think that's the problem people are having. And I don't necessarily think that's colorism, because I'm not upset that I believe Zoe can do it. So it's not the actor. But when you add things, people are upset because they're like, Nina fought to be seen through her dark skin, through her nose, through her everything. And y'all have turned her into this caricature, this awful, just awful. So that's where my issue lies. It's not, oh my gosh, she's a light. She is, because I believe Zoe is Dominican and she's beautiful. But I just did not feel that this, but I will see it. I will say that. I want to see it because Nina's story needs to be told. And if it's one thing because of this, people who never heard of her, and there's so many people who have never heard of Nina Simone, and we have so many young people. So if they can put this out and tell her story, then I say go team. But I also say that it is 2016. I know some makeup artists out there that would have, Sequoia, you could have whipped her up.
Better than that. Better than what they did.
Yes, and I want to see I want to know what the script has, because I hope that it's so good that I forget to look. Like, if I can just, I want to forget.
I don't think
that
so.
She looks like this.
You
don't think it'll be that good?
No.
Well, we will be back after our viewing. We're gonna have a special Be Exposed, Tracie Jiggetts viewing of the Nina Simone movie, and I will be back to tell you all about it. But it is, it's that Hollywood foolishness. Because Hollywood is full of foolishness, and it's that good and bad. We love Hollywood. We love to go see a movie. We like to, but sometimes when it comes to us, when it comes to Black women, and I speak on that because I know the Black men have their own challenge. Oh my goodness, if y'all wear one more dress with a wig and come out here as big mamas, too little, I don't know. But that's y'all journey. However,
as a guy in the room.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, because I wasn't going to say anything, but for that issue right there is more, I think it's the same issue we had with Nina. It's not so much the man putting on a dress as it is a woman out there who could have played that character.
Yes.
And you decided to take it from that person.
Exactly. Ladies and gentlemen, that was Nathan Kauser from the Artist Exchange radio show here on BeExposedRadio.com. And he is here in the studio to hold my hand through this first time process, because we're going to clear the energy of all the men's folks. Because, because that's what they do. They butt in like, hold up, girl. I know you was talking. but I got something to say. That's how they do. So yes, if y'all can bear with me, call and help me out. 410-702-5657. If you are on Facebook, go to Facebook. The Gangsta Goddess radio page is live and in full effect. You can see a picture of me and Sequoia up in here getting it together. So I am just so back to Hollywood. That's what we were talking. I get off topic from time to time, and that's why I need y'all to call in and help me. But Hollywood is dealing with they're not dealing with it. We have to deal with it. And what happens at the core and what I have to understand is that Zoe is an actress, which means she is a paid performer. And people look at actors as if they make the decisions. And at the end of the day, they make no decisions. Like their decision is to wake up and show up. And from there, your director is telling you to do this. The costume designer is saying, do this. The makeup person is putting this on you. So you are you, but you're a paid performer. You're paid to do something. So your opinion doesn't. So she could have said, this is terrible. Like I can call my girlfriend to do this, but it was not up to her. And that's what we have to understand. So do we continue to trust Hollywood with our stories?
No.
Sequoia, what do you think?
No, the last couple of weeks, I wish I knew the name of this Paul Mooney. I think he did this show back in 2014 when he joked around about how if they made another Caucasian woman play one of our roles, I think he joked around and said, I forgot who he said was going to play Aunt Jemima, but it was all it was all in fun. But like what you're saying is that Zoe is an actress and she's paid to do a certain thing. And how much voice does she have? Would she have been blackballed if she said from the beginning, I'm not going to do this? But I'm assuming she showed up for the audition. So therefore it was something she thought that she could possibly do. I think that Zoe's going to get a lot of backlash from the Black community about this. I really do. And I think that Nina Simone's estate has some issues with it as well. Just from the tabloids, some of the things that I've heard is that they don't want Zoe speaking anything about Nina out of her mouth. I mean, it's gotten a little rough, but I really feel bad for her. I didn't want to be one of those sisters who talked about the fact that they couldn't get a darker lady to do this job, because if she is phenomenal at what she does, but it's really that makeup. I have to continue to speak on it because when I saw it, I was really appalled. I just feel like it tries to drag us back, but we got to do better. Hollywood is really doing us dirty.
I agree. So it is our job to tell our stories, which is why I'm here, because I feel like we need a voice and you're going to listen because what we have to say is important. And it's obviously important because you want to tell our stories, but at times they are so mishandled. And I think that's the main thing. And they don't have to care because it's all about dollars. Once the dollars roll in, then look, we can have this all-white cast of the gods of Egypt and y'all will eat it up and keep it moving. So it is about the check at the end of the day. And how do we fight that? So we talk about boycott. We talk about all of these solutions, possible solutions, but it really would take a community effort. It's more than a few people coming together and saying, well, we're not going to see that movie. Okay, it's 10 of y'all for real. They don't care. So how do you gain momentum? How do you say, listen here, this is what we want. This is what we deserve. Or do you step away completely? Because we have the Oscars, which was the big thing. Oscars so white. So you have Jada Pinkett who said, look, I'm not going. My man ain't win. I ain't going in there. Y'all can have that. What? And you have this other side, which I would say Chris Rock, like, well, no, it's been going on. I was invited. I'm going to go ahead and go. Do we continue to seek our validation from a system that we know does not accept us for who we are? Do we continue to want an Oscar? Because I have actor friends, and the big thing is, and being an actress myself, it's like, you want that people to know I'm good at what I do. It's like people that work at Social Security, they get awards. Like you get a little envelope. Thanks for coming out. Here's your little certificate. So is that something we continue to seek? Talk to me, Sequoia.
No, I don't believe so. I think that you have to know who you are at the end of the day. Mm-hmm. And because we know that the system is designed to not give us the acclimates that we definitely deserve, then we have to already know that I am doing the damn thing. And I don't need them to give me an Oscar, because if you continue to sit around and wait on it, you're going to constantly be disappointed. And like you said, do we boycott the movie, or do we boycott the Oscars? There's really not enough unity for that. And I saw a clip a few years ago of recently from Eddie Murphy when he talked about this. I think he was presenting at the Oscars, and he said how, that they don't give them to us. It's just not what is happening. But I think that you need to know from the deep within who you are, that I'm really good at what I do, I'm a professional, and not expect for them to hand you anything.
So we talked about Eddie Murphy, and just speaking very quickly as we wrap up, that's an actor who does what Robin Williams or all these other actors have done 1,000 times over, but he does not get those props. So this is Gangsta Goddess Radio with Tracie Jiggetts on BeExposedRadio.com. Give us a call at 410-702-5657 or text us at 443-642-9403. Look, get out there, tell a friend, tell somebody that knows somebody that Gangsta Goddess Radio is on the air. See you soon.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
Check out this flashback from the Artist Exchange Radio Show. So today's topic was actually rebuilding your master plan, and I think we got to that by way of storytelling, by way of just getting off your chest what it is. That's what the Artist Exchange here for. We promote music, we promote artistry, we promote entrepreneurs and community leaders, but at the end of the day, we promote the individual. Who are you, and what do you have to give? And outside of ticket sales and downloads and apps and so on and so forth, and your Google stream, but who are you as a person? Because we have to be more engaging, more enriching in the lives. Those holes that we take from the community, we have to begin to fill those gaps back in with the things that we have to offer. And we take a lot of ticket sales, we take a lot of promotions and product from the community, but we got to start filling those things up before we move on and better ourselves in our growth. Tune into the Artist Exchange.
What is it about From One Mother's Heart do you feel will contribute to the community, or how do you envision From One Mother's Heart contributing to the community?
I think that, as we all know, there's not one solution to everything that's going on in the city today, but I think that From One Mother's Heart will bring it will make a great impact in our community. It will just solve a portion of some of the things that we've been seeing around in the city. It won't solve everything, but just a portion. So I think when we start doing this and we start having stable families, it'll create a little bit more peace. Right. A little, because when people are hopeless, they have nothing to live for, and they're not afraid of anything. No. So when you have family, something to live for.
Tune in to Be Inspired every Wednesday live at 7 p.m. right here on BeExposedRadio.com.
Be exposed. Be exposed. Radio.com.
Can you tell if the leftovers from this dinner party are beginning to grow bacteria that could lead to severe diarrhea, vomiting, and stomach cramps? Listen. You can't see it either. Get leftovers into the refrigerator as soon as possible. Spoiled leftovers can make you very sick, or worse. Roughly 3,000 Americans will die from food poisoning this year, but you can keep your family safer. Check your steps at foodsafety.gov. Brought to you by the USDA, HHS, and the Ad Council.
Don't call in 8 minutes on the break. We are not talking. Just call now.
Call now.
We can talk to you. So yeah.
Call us now at 410-702-5657. Again, that's 410-702-5657.
Did we get him now?
Did we get him back?
It's like catching a fish, yo.
Hello.
Nope.
Caller, are you there?
Okay.
This is not phone tag, people.
Right, you need to quit with that boost.
Call and stay on the line.
You can go get
Fix your connection. Whatever you are doing.
Metro is not it.
Don't come for people service.
One more time, friend.
Right. We'll get you.
Friend.
If you can't get the call in Texas, because we still would like
check
to
the
hear
text
you.
thing. You ain't even check the text thing.
It ain't glowing. It glows.
Yeah, it usually glows when people text. Yeah. All right, person who calls, since you can't call, text 443-642-9403. Unless your text messages aren't free, then call again.
Damn. Right. Jesus. Texas.
I remember when text messages were like 30 cents a piece.
Yo.
Remember that shit?
They call back.
Yeah. Got a rope a dope and bring him in.
Hello?
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com, the station with all the hits and the Talk Lately show weeknights at 7 p.m.
Drug, alcohol, and gambling addiction can be devastating for you and your loved ones. Don't let the disease of addiction ruin everything you have worked so hard for. If you or a loved one is suffering from a drug, alcohol, or gambling addiction, call now and get a free confidential consultation. Help is only a phone call away. Call 1-877-867-3063. That's 1-877-867-3063.
Check out what you missed on Be Exposed Radio.
You know, being in this industry is definitely hard.
Fact, though.
Even especially when you're a family man.
Fact, though.
Nah, and one of the questions, actually, this is a question from one of the listeners.
Fact, though.
How has becoming a father changed your position as an artist on the scene?
Ooh, I think being a dad has put me in a space where I have to recognize, you know, what's really important. Like, don't get me wrong, like the scene is important to me, and being an artist is important. You know, I went back to school, you know, because I'm a dad, and you
got to provide,
and we got to. I mean, you know, the struggle is real for me right now. Like, I can't spend as much time as I want to with my kids because the school shit and this it's kicking my ass, man. I'm trying to be everything that I need to be. So when it's all said and done, you know, this music and art, you know, it ain't going nowhere. You know what I'm saying? I just really want, I guess, myself as an artist and as a father to be cognizant of the things that are happening within the community, and how that also affects me being a dad as well. I know that, you know, if I'm not doing my part in the community, I'm not giving everything that I need.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
Hello, hello, hello. Welcome back to Gangsta Goddess Radio on BeExposedRadio.com. And oh my goodness, I have Gangsta Goddess Radio's first text. The world is out there and I'm here with you, world. How about that? So before we get back to our topic, I definitely want to go into the text because I want the people to know we are listening. And what it says is, I find it difficult at times to ride the line of gangsta and goddess. How do you wear both hats without being looked at as too opinionated or too mouthy, but also feminine? Look here. I have lived my entire life riding this line of gangsta goddess. I have taken all of the pain, joys, sorrows, all of that, and is really about being true to yourself, because we have both sides. So nobody can be completely, oh, prissy miss, this is who I am. I never get upset. I'm just here to please. Nobody can be that all the time and be true to themselves. So you get angry. You have people who try you. You don't have to approach. I don't want people to think gangster mean I'm out here packing and I'm ready to, bust one on people. That's not what the gangster side means. The gangster side to me represents that tough skin, that ability to fall but get back up, that ability to know I am flawed, but I'm here and you are going to recognize me in my truth. That is the gangster side of it. And the goddess part is where that femininity, that beautiful, that diamond, that's where all that comes in. So it's where the two of them meet. So I feel like all women have both sides, and no women can be completely on this pedestal and I'll only do this. That may be for show, but for real, once the doors are closed, oh, that gangster is coming out. Whether that gangster is walking around in your underwear, eating some cereal and getting your life. So, Koya, what you think?
I think that for the one who texted, it takes sometimes some practice for you to get your gangster and your goddess, that equilibrium between the two. I come from the hood, but God blessed me with a master's degree. Ow! And at times, that hood time to get some balance, in the workplace. When I bring out my gangster, I have my information. I know this knowledge. But the Bible says sometimes you got to be slow to speak and quick to hear. So you got to kind of know when to just tone that thing down, or when you're trying to get a point across or standing up for yourself, there's always good words you can use to bring your gangster out without cursing or acting like a complete fool, lose your job.
Exactly. So it's that fine line, and it is a fine line of balance. But if you are true to yourself, you walk that, and you walk it with your head up, because yes, I have this gangster in me. I can do this. I will persevere. I will keep moving. We have Black women who are dealing with mental issues. We have Black women who are dealing with health issues. We have Black women who are dealing with self-esteem issues.
Well.
We have Black women who are just dealing with issues, child. So as you try to figure out, why am I here? What's my purpose? And that can bring you down. And you have to find that, oh no, you gotta be gangster enough to say, oh no, boo-boo, not today. You will not get me. I am here. I can take a punch and keep it moving. But I can also give one. Don't get it twisted. And then go in and fix my makeup. Get the lip gloss popping, put the wrap on. And keep it moving. So that is that gangster goddess. That's where I find the balance. So you have to know when to bring it out, each side, because I can give it to you either way, because I am mother of truth. You're the unicorn, you're magical Negro, you're gangster goddess, and I am here. So thank you so much for your question. Feel free to text us again, and the number is 443-642-9403. But I hope we answered that for you. And now we're going to bring it back. We're going to talk a little bit about this Hollywood thing before we close that out and move on to our next topic. But we received a text, so I want to share it with Sequoia and get her opinion. It says, blackface has always been a tactic for subconscious racism. It teaches the masses that dark skin is ugly and that only a lighter skinned performer can make dark skin figure beautiful. This deception will end only when the masses have a true sense of self. Self-understanding leads to self-love. C'est la mind over matter. How do you feel, Sequoia?
Now that was deep.
Yes, that was a lot.
That is so real. you know, the whole dark skin slave versus the light skin slave mentality is so real today. You know, I have 2 kids, and my son is darker than my daughter. And she told me one day about a year ago that she didn't want to ever be as dark as her brother. And I asked her why, and she said because the dark girls get teased. And I just feel like this was 2015. I can't believe that this is still happening. But it is in the workplace, in the schoolyard. So that blackface was a way to tear us down and to make the darker complexion men and women feel that they are inferior. And I think those are the ones, when we talk about gangster goddesses, that probably have their gangster on more because they feel like they have to attack. I have to be ready. But we know, Tracie, that there's a million shades to us.
Yes.
And we see beauty in all shades.
Beauty in all shades. So I am with you, and feel free to call in because you are talking some good stuff here. I would love to speak to you. 410-702-5657. In my opinion, the blackface, one of my favorite movies, the good Spike Lee came out with the good Bamboozle. Yes. And it is so true. Like, that movie speaks volumes even today. It's like, will we ever break free? But it took us over 400 years to get here in this good America, United States, pre-Trump. Yes, before we ain't gonna talk about that, but we are still fighting. And I agree with you wholeheartedly when you say that self-love, that self-knowledge, that's what gives you that strength to be that goddess. That's where that gangster comes from, because it's, I know who I am. And it takes years to get there because we're not brought up in a system that teaches us to love ourselves. Young Black girls in school right now, they're not being taught things that they can leave out and be proud of who they are. Yeah. They're being taught America is grand. Let me teach y'all this new math real quick, which totally tears me up. We ain't gonna talk about the new math, but they're throwing this out, and we leave just shells of ourselves. And it has to be something. I recently had a son. Yes, baby Truth. Yes. I am the mother of Truth. And my number one goal is to make sure that he knows where he comes from. And that is a simple concept, but it has been lost as we chase the material life, as we chase the easy life, and that self-love and self-understanding. And I always tell my young people, we have a whole, slavery is not our beginning. That's not where we started, but that's so much of us that's taught to us, you would think that this is all we are. We started here, and it just, now we should be happy to be where we are, that we can buy a nice car and have a nice house. But no, that's not where we begin. And it's knowing that and teaching that, where that self-love comes from. So I feel, yes.
Tracie, I have a question for you. Now, yes. I don't know this to be the absolute truth, but I'm always reading some old gossip in the tabloids, and they talk about so many of our African-American women who are, rappers and singers are bleaching their skin. What story is that sending out to the young girls? That you're not happy with your complexion, that you are actually bleaching yourself to become 2 and 3 shades lighter. Little Kim, for one, Nicki Minaj. I'm not saying that they are, but these are the ones that I do read about in the tabloids. K. Michelle, they've mentioned Beyonce. But I think that I do see that they're lighter. I don't know if they're wearing, 3 shades lighter foundation, but they are going for a lighter look.
Exactly. I see it. And bleaching is really big, and it's big here, but it is bigger in other countries, on other continents, even bigger than it is here. And again, it comes from that white is right mentality. And as Black women, we have to fight that with everything. So we have this whole natural versus the weaves and who you trying to be? You trying to be white, but to go as far as to bleach your skin, you are obviously trying to change. And you're not saying I'm trying to even my tone. No, you're saying I want to be lighter. So that is a statement in itself, that the skin that I'm in is not good enough. But we live in a world that constantly tells us we're not good enough. Now, they tell the white women they not good enough. Them babies in plastic surgery, getting the Botox, getting the everything, and things that we would never imagine doing. But they're out there doing it. But we have found our own gangster ways to keep up with what they're doing. So they go get lipo, we go get a waist trainer. So we try, so it's still trying to fit in. What I am is not good enough. And
it almost seems reversed. I mean, just from my eyes, and I could be seeing things wrong, but it seems like the Caucasian women are plumping up their lips, plumping up their derrieres and tanning, and the sisters are trying to lighten up. And so it's like they want to be us, we want to be them. It's just a big ball of confusion. And I think that everyone needs to take a step back. And it starts in the household with, like you said, teaching our history. We didn't start from slavery. We come from kings and queens. We come from people who are educated. We come from people who are builders.
Yes.
But it's not taught to us. And we're stuck here in this jiggable wannabe society right now. School days all over again.
I'm about to dance
which one
in
are
here.
you? And it's really sad.
It is sad. So I speak to the wonderful person who sent the text. We agree wholeheartedly that self-love, self-understanding is the only way out. The more people we can inspire to love themselves, because this is what I'm going to say before we close out this segment, that self-work is hard.
Oh, yeah.
That's the hard thing right there. So if you can begin to inspire somebody, so yeah, we can rally, we can boycott, but if I leave your boycott and I go to buy that bleach cream and I leave your boycott and I look in the mirror and I don't even like what I see, then you might as well I should have just stayed home, ate me a hungry man or something. Don't eat no hungry man, y'all. That's not good food. But no, it's not good for you. But there is that perception of, okay, we're going to do this. We angry. But it starts within. And that self-work is the hard work. When it's just you and you got to look in the mirror, baby, that's where the gangster come from. What you think, Sequoia, to close that thought out?
I think that today there are so many things and products. I think there were always like the bleach that you could bleach your skin, but I think that we had to deal with ourselves when we were younger, without having the money to get surgeries done. So I think you kind of grow into, this is who I am, and you get to appreciate that. But when you got parents out here giving surgeries to teenagers, they're never going to be able to love who they are, because they've already altering before they can even hit adulthood.
Exactly. So the word of the day is love yourself. This is Tracie Jiggetts, mother of truth, magical Negro, thug unicorn, gangster goddess on BeExposedRadio.com. Call us at 410-702-5657 or text us at 443-642-9403. Gangsta Goddess Radio. We'll be right back at you. Stay tuned.
Hi, I'm LeVar Burton, and I'm proud to be a book person. How do I choose a book? Sometimes it's the cover, sometimes it's the title. I guess I'm pretty visual. If a book's really impressing me and the writing is really good, I will peek and see what the last paragraph is, because the endings of books should rock you. I am a book person, and if you're a book person too, read to a child and spark a lifetime of ambition. Join me at bookpeopleunite.org, because reading is fundamental. A public service announcement brought to you by Reading is Fundamental, Library of Congress, and the Ad Council.
Green light. Hey girl, school zone. I'm getting hungry. Car changing lanes. You want to meet me for pizza? Stop sign. Intersection clear. Yeah, street. Pizza sounds good. Ballin Street? Girlin Street!
It's hard to concentrate on two things at once, like texting and driving. Stop the text, stop the wrecks. How will you stop texting and driving? Tell us at stoptextstopwrecks.org. Brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
From north, east, south, and west, you're listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
Drug, alcohol, and gambling addiction can be devastating for you and your loved ones. Don't let the disease of addiction ruin everything you have worked so hard for. If you or a loved one is suffering from a drug, alcohol, or gambling addiction, call now and get a free confidential consultation. Help is only a phone call away. Call 1-877-867-3063. That's 1-877-867-3063.
It is with great pleasure that I welcome you to today's graduation ceremony. Students, when you hear the reason or reasons for your absences throughout the years, please exit the auditorium without your high school diploma. Once you've exited, remove your cap and gown and proceed into the unknown. Too tired. Family trip. Part-time job. Helping around the house. Sick day. Starting the holidays early. Just because.
Starting in the 6th grade, students who miss 18 days or more of school in a year for any reason will fall behind and risk not graduating high school. How many days of school has your child missed this year? Absences add up. Keep track at boostattendance.org today. Brought to you by the U.S. Army and the Ad Council.
This flashback of the Artist Exchange Radio Show on BeExposedRadio.com.
So, you know how you round people who really can sing? And they always like, oh, I don't know if it's this time. That's what these, well, at least these two over here are giving me right now. It's not the time, you know. It should be 78.5 degrees in here. 0.25. So they're going to share a little bit, just a little taste to get you interested, to get you tingling this morning.
Come on in here.
Share a little of that Banji soul with us.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
Hey now, we are back with Gangsta Goddess Radio. Again, I am Tracie Jiggetts, mother of truth, and I am here on BeExposedRadio.com. I am here with the wonderful Sequoia Willis. Say hey, Sequoia.
Hey, listeners.
We are so excited and thankful for everyone for tuning in for this power hour of gangster goddess isms and self-love. And we have talked today about what gangster goddess means. Feel free to call or text in or go to the Facebook page and let us know your definition of a gangster goddess. But also we went into Hollywood and we talked about Miss Zoe and the film and all the controversy. So now we're going to bring it home. But first I want to share a quick plug with you. Tracie Jiggetts is the co-host of the Actors Playground. The Actors Playground is the last Tuesday of every month. If you are an actor, if you are a writer, if you are a lover of live theater, please come out and join us. Our featured performer this month is Joshua Dixon. Oh, he is so awesome. I can't wait to share him with you all. We will be at the UB Blake National Jazz Institute and Cultural Center. Shout out to Mr. Troy Burton, our director. We are there the last Tuesday of every month. Doors open at 7, where Noah Silas Smith will be leading our warm-ups, and our feature, Joshua Dixon, will be sharing his talent. And in between that, we have a actors open mic, which means actors are allowed to share monologues, improv, comedy. Just get up and share with us and be in a fun environment where theater can come together and have a good time on the playground. The Actors Playground, last Tuesday of this month, UB Blake Center. You should be there. Yes, hit me up on Facebook if you have any questions about that. I'll be sending out some invites. I have my co-host, Mr. Nate, here. You may know him from the Artist Exchange. He is all things art, all things good, all things here. So we are happy to have you, Nate, and thank you for this opportunity. So, Gangsta Goddess Radio, look, y'all listening? You better tell somebody about this show and let them know that we are here to uplift and to celebrate the Black woman and all things Black womanness. We're going to have sports from the Black women's perspective. We are going to have people from all walks of life, but that specifically have knowledge on that Black woman experience and how we can all move towards our higher selves, because that's what it's about. It's about that sharing of energy so that we can all be better. That is why I am here. That is what God has charged me with. And let me tell y'all what, I'm gonna say this real quick. I ran for a long time, right? Just scared. No, truly frightened about, well, I'm not good enough. Well, this person is doing it, so she is. But that's that bullshit. And I am here today. That gangster side is like, no, girl, you will not be silent. Not another minute. Do something, no matter how small. So I'm here today because I decided to do something. And I encourage you all, look, do something. Write that first page, that first line of that poem. Go find yourself, because that's how we're going to change the perception of us. And that is how we are going to stand up in our gangsta goddess world. Yes. So Sequoia, wrap us up. Tell us what you want to leave the people with on this first show.
Well, I just want to say that this has just been a beautiful exchange. I have enjoyed being here with Miss Tracie, and just the self-love and self-preservation of the African American woman. I am going to be listening and texting and calling every Monday.
And you're going to be back.
Yeah, well, definitely I'll be back, but I am just excited that there is an outlet for Black women to discuss issues with no bias, no judgment. I don't think there's any issue that is taboo.
No.
So I am thankful for this forum and thankful for the opportunity to be here.
Well, we're going to get into all things. Let me tell you, this is the first show, so I went a little easy on y'all. When I tell y'all I was scared, I'm in here like I ain't never done nothing. Let me tell y'all what. I do this. I performs, I acts, I sings, I dances, I teach, and something about this, and you know why? Because I always wanted to do it. But it's something that I wanted to do, but I cut my own self off. I don't think I'm ready. I don't think I'm going to wait till this. Oh, Lord, this. No, to hell with that. And it came to me, and the spirit led me to the name Gangsta Goddess. I was talking to a great friend of mine. Her name is Safi. Shout out to the Baltimore girls, because that is a collective of women who have embraced me and who have inspired me to be my true self and to be honest to that. So if I can do this, let me tell y'all what, if I can come in and find somebody watch my baby and sit here with y'all for an hour, y'all can go out there and make your dreams come true. So I'm just going to bring it home with, we decided the way to change the perception of us in Hollywood is for us to change the perception of ourselves. Would you say that's what we...
I would, yes, 100%.
Yeah, so that's what we came up with. So I hope that this show can be a catalyst, can be a vehicle for some. Look, is there one? Shout out to Al. If I can just get one, Lord, then we gonna be all right. If just one woman let me know, just look, Tracie, I wasn't gonna do this before, but I heard the show and I'm going to do it. I have a listener out there. I got to shout him out, my brother, Clinton Jiggetts, bestfitapparel.com. Yes, he's on that CrossFit, lift heavy, put it down, foolishness, yeah, all that. So if you have a moment, please check out his apparel. Again, that's bestfitapparel.com. Just go out there. That's Clinton Jiggetts. I am here. I have to thank you, Sequoia Willis. I called this young lady and she said, I'm there. And here she is hitting y'all with some knowledge, and she has more to come. So stay tuned. So this was our first. Oh my God! Yes! This was our first show, Gangsta Goddess Radio. I am Tracie Jiggetts, mother of truth, your Baltimore's own magical Negro, your thug unicorn, your gangsta goddess. And I want to thank you for tuning in to BeExposedRadio.com every Monday, 7 to 8. Check it out.
Be exposed. Be exposed. Radio.com.
Check out what you missed on Be Exposed Radio.
That the focus does need to be